Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. And so I am recording this on Saturday, June 1st, after Plug closed the month of May at a price of $3.33, being up almost 1% on the day, but then coming down about 1 penny in the after hours. And so I just wanted to follow up on the chart after putting out the last video that came out last Saturday. And so that was following the trading day of May 24th. And then we did have a shortened 4-day week last week. And over the course of the week, it really just continued to consolidate around this range. So I don't think things are looking too bad. And so one thing that I have done with the chart here is I do have this Fibonacci retracement going from the low here of 225 up to the high of 490. And I've got the 65% and 618 mark there. That is the golden pocket ranging from about $3.18 up to about $3.26. We did get a couple closes below that golden pocket, but we did close the month of May above it. And so I do view that as being pretty good, that while we did get this pretty big retracement, we have been forming higher lows, stair-stepping our way up. And I do think that's looking pretty good. But I do think that it's possible we will be seeing $3 a share, this red line here. A big reason why I do think that is because max pain for the next couple weeks, so that is the options contracts, $3 is the maximum pain for both those going long and short. $3 is a likely price that we might be seeing. And so with that, if there are any dips to $3 a share or maybe down to this yellow line at right around $2.80, also corresponding with this 786 here at 282. So right around that range, 280 to 283, like the yellow line here. I think those are all going to be dip buying opportunities because we do see this gap here. The close on the 13th was at a price of $2.89. So if we see any dips below $3 a share, I think those are dip buying opportunities, as I do think we will be seeing a continuation higher, just like we have been seeing these stair steps up. And so one thing that I could do with this chart is rather than draw this full retracement from the low here up to the top here, I could do a little retracement from here up to the high here. And if I do that just real quick, just to get an approximate idea, lots of lines there, but we can see that we did pull back to the 786. We actually opened above the 786. That was on the 9th. And so I do think that's looking pretty good that we did, move our way up, pull back, and then have launched higher. And with that, with this consolidation that we saw in here, I view that as being a rising three methods where we have this big green candle here, or really, if we combine these two green candles, big green move to the upside, and then these three red candles coming down, followed by a bullish engulfing candle moving back up. That is, the rising three methods. That does suggest a continuation to the upside. And that is exactly what we saw with this gap up and now this pullback. And so what I'm seeing in this chart, I've been seeing it a lot really just because, I just learned about them, but Elliott waves or Elliott wave theory. And so this pattern is something that we may be seeing in Plug where we see a wave one to the upside followed by a pullback. And so I'm wondering if right now we have just seen wave 2 be played out or if we've just seen wave 4 be played out. Because if we look at the chart, we do have this little move to the upside, retracement to the 786, and then now a move up, pull back to approximately the golden pocket. And so, I'm wondering if this is wave 1 up and wave 2 down, or if this is wave 1, 2, 3, and then back to 4. And so if that is the case, we could still definitely be getting above $4.90 as wave 5 will take us there, but then could be putting us in a head and shoulders pattern after that. So something to be cautious of. But if we've just completed wave 2, wave 3 is to be the most massive here in this schematic, and that is generally how it goes. Wave 3 needs to be not the shortest wave in this sequence, ideally, in this example, the longest. And so maybe that's what we saw here with this big move up. But if not, we could definitely be seeing some higher highs getting above 490 into the 5, 6s, maybe 7s. And to get an idea of where price could be going, I'm just going to do a Fibonacci extension, just going approximate from 225 up to the high of 490, and then back to the low that was hit on the 22nd, that being at $3.04. So kind of like a fake out, almost getting to $3. People getting their hopes up that their orders would be filled at $3 a share, not quite happening. $3.04. That could be the floor. And, I could definitely see that happening. And so with this retracement or the extension coming down to 3.036, this is just approximate. But with that, we can see some levels to the upside where price might be going. And so just getting to the 786 of that extension, that is above $5 a share, right around 513, or potentially getting to the 100% of that extension that is at $5 and right around 70 cents does seem to correspond nicely with this blue line here, which does correspond with this gap fill. Following the trading day of November 9th, we did gap down after closing at a price of $5.93, marked by that blue line. So that gap does need to be filled, and that could correspond pretty nicely with getting to this extension level. But there's also the possibility that we do blow past that. We do get into the $6 range, maybe even getting up to around $7 a share. And that 1618 level is right around $7.34. So maybe we see that in the coming weeks in June or maybe in July. Quite possible we could be getting to these higher levels, but don't want to count our chickens just yet. And thinking about the 1618 and prior levels, let's see, the 1618 does correspond beautifully with this low that we hit at the middle of May of 2023. And so that makes a lot of sense that would be some key resistance. Maybe that's the next level that we're testing once we do break out of this consolidation that we're seeing now. Low volume down here, so that does make me feel pretty good about it, that once we get a boost of volume, a boost of momentum, we could be seeing getting into the 5s, 6s, and I suspect finding a top around $7 and then pulling back maybe to test $6 as support before then maybe going to the next leg higher. Who knows? But I, as always, am just bullish on the chart of plug, having broken out of this downtrend or falling wedge here. That was following the breakout of this more massive falling wedge going back years. And so I just think that there's plenty of upside, and I think that we could be 2xing or more in the next couple months. And so that's what I am really looking forward to, and I hope you are too. But those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.